Don't believe everything you read about Urban Outfitters. TheStreet's technical analyst and real money contributor Bruce Kamich is here with some charts that tell a different story. Bruce, good to see you. So you took a little issue when you looked at the charts based on what you read about Urban Outfitters stock.
Right. Last week we picked on Barron's and their analysis of General Motors. This week it's the Wall Street Journal and the head of the tape column. And they were talking about how bad things were at Urban Outfitters, not a place that I've ever shopped in, to be honest. But I would be more impressed if they did the story here, and then it would have been ahead of something. But to do a story after the stock has been cut in half and saying that it's has problems is not an impressive story at this stage of the game.
So is there something going on technically that makes you think that even though the stock has had this haircut, that it is poised to perhaps stabilize and move higher?
Well, one of the things you usually look for in a market turnaround is a market that's extremely oversold. And this is one of the lowest readings in an indicator called stochastic that we've seen in more than 12 months. So it's been trashed, it's responded to bad news, but today, had some more news out today, and it's off its low. So all the bad news seems to be already built into the price action after coming down so much.
So let's go back beyond this 1 year and look at what was happening with the stock through the lens of a 5-year chart, because I think that also gives you some credence for your view. It's very dramatic when you look at it at the tail end of that chart.
Right, so it's given up a lot of ground. Yes, it's gone out, that made new lows for the year and for 2 years, but when you go back and look at where it was back in 2011, 2012, it's back in that same area where people found interest in buying it before it had another markup phase. So it's back to an old support area, and this is where you should be at least taking a look at it. It's down 50%, it's in an old support area. This is not the time to be extremely pessimistic. This should be the time to look at the other side of the coin.
And how about things like volume indicators? What are you seeing there?
Okay, this is a simple mathematical equation. If the stock closes up, in this case it's a weekly chart, so if it closes up on Friday versus the previous Friday, we add the volume, and if it closes down, we subtract it. So if people are buying it more heavily during the week, we're gonna go up in this line. And so despite the line going down, interest in the stock has been picking up. And this would be someone that's smarter than me, that's looking out 6-9 months,
right,
that is decide to buy into this weakness. Otherwise, this line would be going down.
All right, so we'll see if that thing moves higher. It's got a long way to go if it does.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
That's right. Bruce Kamich, thanks so much. Good to see you again. I'm Rhonda Schaffler for TheStreet.